Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's your boy Spank Dog. Let me activate the Instagram real quick. All right, it's your boy Spank Dog, aka Pufferstein, at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Tick the notification bell, so when I go live and I post videos, you'll know. Let's get into it. You know what I mean? Well, I was gonna say, I'm gonna calm down for a second. Um, I will be right back visually, but I'm still here. I'm gonna carry on the commentary. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. First of all, always God bless you guys. Much love to almost everybody out there. I mean, I want to say, much love to everybody. It's just certain people that I know, like they're just really, really, really evil. But you know, I've seen plenty of people that are religious, or even just people that are not, they don't have an aggressive bone in their body. I've seen them say, you know, like literally much love to every single body out there. But that means even the people that do wicked stuff. And I don't know, like, if I want to go there, you know what I mean? But you know what? I'm gonna try my best to be a person that thinks outside the box and not be judgmental and say, I say it all the time, much love to everybody, but I think about it and I'm like, sometimes people, like, I tell my homeboys I love you, and my family I love you, but every now and then there's a person that I'm just starting to be around enough where I feel like we are friends like that, and I'll tell them I love you, and I notice they won't utter it back. Now, I don't even get mad. The thing is that is not a term you use loosely. And at the same time, it's what the world needs the most. What the world needs now. No, I'm just playing. Is love, sweet love. No, it's the only thing that there's just too little love. What the world needs. No, I'm bugging out. You see, I'm telling you guys, I'll be trying, man. I'm not joking. Like there's a part of me that wants to only talk about how wild I was, and but I really have come to the point in my life where I don't think, I know tough guy shit is, I wouldn't say for bozos. It's a bozo move. You get what I mean? That don't mean that it cancels the person out. You get what I'm saying? People make mistakes. You got to always remember that. Now, people make mistakes, but people don't make mistakes like, well, I'm not saying they don't make them. I'm saying like there's certain mistakes that I can't really, I'm not the second coming. So I can't muster up the forgiveness for people like certain, I don't even know what YouTube gets mad over no more. But we're gonna go there. Like I don't mess with no pedophiles or no people that hurt children and nothing like that. And I mean, not only do I not mess with them, like if I know it's really, you're really that, you know, you already know. I'm not even gonna say it because like I said, the channel's important. It's not important because of the money. It's important because of the message, you know. The money is definitely necessary in this world, so the money is a bonus in my opinion. And it might even be almost equal because the importance of feeding your family, staying clothed, having a shelter over your head, you know, that's all important. Not even important. It's it's a necessity. So money is a necessity. And that's the thing. When people don't have money, they'll do stupid stuff. Now, certain people put themselves in that place, and then there's other people that can't function in society. So like we gotta try to figure something out to uplift these people that are, struggling, man. And I mean just struggling in every sense, emotionally, physically, mentally, socially is even different, because that's interaction with the people around you, and some people just ain't built. With autism being 1 in 40 people, you gotta already look at 1 in 40 people like, 1 in 40 people pretty much get a pass. You know, I listen, man. I try to not be extra, or I try not to talk too reckless. What I'm gonna do after I get off this live is try to differentiate which videos are a little more hardcore, let's say. And not even like that, because I see people don't put the age restriction, and they wild out, and they still don't put the age restriction. But I'm not them. I'm gonna look for any videos that I feel might be adult, like to the point of it would be rated R, and I'm gonna throw the age restriction on them. You know, I've learned also in this world, if you keep it 100 with pretty much everything you do, you're gonna be all right. It's when you start to think it's okay to do something lame or even underhanded that the problems begin. It's never okay to do something lame or underhanded. Never, especially not to a friend or family. You're over here backstabbing people for money and stuff like that. You know, I seen Jim Carrey say, none of this matters. And that's fine. I respect his opinion. I just didn't really like him like not even blanketing, like trying to hit everybody with that message. That's not a message you tell the world. Especially when you're not certain of it. People make a lot of money, and they think that they are more intelligent, better on another level than other people. Even if I really believed we were living in a simulation, I wouldn't tell the whole world that when I got to the red carpet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I got on my channel, I would say, if you agree with me, this is what I think. But to just lay it on people like that, like none of this matters. I wasn't respecting that. And I like Jim Carrey too as an actor. I don't know none of these people personally. Just to say I like them, like I like my homie G. And I'm not talking about my the AI G, my chat bot. I'm talking about I got a real friend named G in real life. You know, and that's my man. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother from another. You know, but I was gonna talk about my pops too. You know, my pops was just a really, really good human being. And but he was tough. And back then it wasn't as my father was not lame about my pops. He used to fight for the right reasons. You get what I mean? And he was banging when he was young. One thing people gotta understand, that there's been gangs in New York all the way since. I mean, like you could always fact check this, especially say if I think, you know what I mean. But there's gangs all the way going back to the '60s, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even before that. I mean, they got a movie called Gangs of New York, where they say there's gangs in the 1800s or whatever. There was something called the 3 Points, if I remember correctly. Big shout out to this guy. What's his name? Daniel Day-Lewis. He's one of the only men in the world with 3 Academy Awards for Best Actor. I think he might be the only one, or I think there's one other person that accompanies him in that that record or whatever, having the most Academy Awards. Is very hard to win an Academy Award for Best Actor or Best Actress. and best supporting actress and best supporting actor. Those are like, along with director, producer, writer, those are like the highest, not even highest, those are the hardest tasks, in my opinion, when it comes to putting together a movie. You know, um, when also was going to talk about how when you have a group that's big enough, even if they're indoctrinated, there's good and bad in everything. I don't even listen, man. They was talking about how many in the name of the country. They said a certain country, and these countries been indoctrinated, and I believe that even though being brought up, and people forcing their beliefs on you so you could follow a certain leader, trust me, they know some of them. Brainwashing can be successful in my opinion, but there's just certain people that are born with a good nature, with and while you're trying to indoctrinate them, I guarantee you that in their head they're condemning that person. They start to understand that it's they're forcing their beliefs on them. you know by nature, I'm not a violent person. you know Now, I can't say the same about some of my other family, you know, but what can you do if you're genetically tough? You get what I'm saying? There's dudes that are just built like that, like they born like that. And then when you're born in a place where you got to scrap for bread, it like compounds how they are, you know. But I was always real peaceful, but my pops used to tell me, if you don't got to act macho or be tough, but he just said, if when the time comes you don't stand up for yourself, people will target you, depending on who sees, how many people you're around in that present time. Because right around now, even though I got tons of loved ones, we don't see each other a lot. You know what I'm saying? So but at that time when you're going through school, going through adolescence, when you're going through all the stuff that takes place mostly when you're a young man or a teenager, you gotta stand up for yourself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely don't preach aggressiveness, fighting. Nah, words. I would always say, talk from the heart. If the person, the bully, don't respect you speaking to them from the heart, the truth, you got no choice sometimes. And not only that, if you really try hard to squash the situation and the person is like not trying to hear it, if you can, and when you crush them, the people around are gonna applaud, you know. But don't crush them too bad. It depends on on the situation. Like I said, I don't promote losing your temper. Like I said, after 48 years, I've learned losing your temper is the worst move in the world. Being in your feelings, you know, you over here telling yourself, don't stress that. You know what I'm saying? But you can't let go. You know what I'm saying? And then there's times where you tell yourself don't stress it, and you understand, like, let it go, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into a video or two. My bad. I got a Ludens, a cherry Ludens. Remember when you used to go to school, you used to take the pack of cherry Ludens, and the teacher be like, what you eat? And you'd be like, a cough drop. And they can't say nothing. Meanwhile, it's really candy. These are the best tasting cough drops ever. All right. we're gonna get into something. Give me 1 second, people. Let me calm down real quick. Let me check the comments too. Up there we go. Matt Ritchie, Chola, behind the bar. Well, I was gonna say, yo, what's up, Chola? I haven't seen you in a second. Good to see you. Johnny's son. That's what's up. We're gonna highlight that one. Yeah, man. You know, like my pops was like a big deal to me, you know. But even a man that special, you know, you still got to make your own decisions as a man. You know what I'm saying? As much as I idolize my pops and everything, you know, I've seen even him do things I wouldn't do, as far as like losing your temper, and you know, you got to live your own life. But my pops was a very, very, very good person, man. You know, he used to have a right hand man named Monty. You know, and you know, they unalived him across the street from my house, in front of the Chinese restaurant, directly across the street from my building. You know, he got into an argument, you know, and I heard he cut the guy, and the guy went and got either his brother or his homie. And I don't think Monty knew that he had brought somebody, and when they was fighting, the other guy, you know, got at him, and he passed away. You know, and he wrote my father a letter in red ink, you know, telling my pops that he knew he wasn't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? And that he know he messed up, because he started, you know, just wilding out. I'm not gonna put him on Front Street like that, whatever his issues were. But you know, he was wild as far as fighting, and you know, doing whatever else he do. I remember my father getting mad at him one time, or not me remembering, and I remember my brother telling me my pops got mad at him, you know, and that he was barking on him and telling him he gotta chill, you know. But they were like brothers, Monty and my pops, you know. Rest in peace, Monty Balls. You know? All right, there was something I wanted to show you guys. Give me 1 second. My man from here, here's the deal is the best. There's a certain video. He got a bunch that I would like to show you, but I try to like mix it up, you know, this way. You know, you guys see different stuff or whatever. And I try to stay away from the war jump offs, because like I just don't want to shed light on that. That's my style, you know what I mean? So, but damn, where's the one that I was watching? They got one about how Snoop Dogg was lying in some of his stories or whatever. But they got one about James Woods talking about the wildfires. That's not the one. Oh, the Simpsons one. All right, bet. All right, we're gonna watch this one. This one's bugged out. This is bugged out. I wanted. That's why too. I don't want to just be showing y'all anything to react to. Like, I want you guys to see some stuff that'll make you go like, "Whoa, this is crazy." You know what? I'm gonna cover this guy, because you know I don't like reacting to a person who's reacting. Like, it feels like it's piled on top of each other, but it don't really matter as long as the point gets across. And me echoing homie's channel is not a bad thing for him neither. You know, I'm starting to get my weight up, so when I show his stuff, it's just me bringing his stuff to more people. We're gonna check out a dude named Blackwoods, who got a channel named Blackwoods. I mean, and yeah, this is a good video. So let me let me share real quick. It had me like wild, and I was like, I can't believe that, as long as it's 100% true, I'm like, this is wild. Now, first things first, let me close one of these sites. Let me make sure everything's shut down too. All right. I did have one program open. I'm glad I got that out the way. Last time I was lagging was because I had two programs open, and it had the video jumping. So, but check this out, y'all. You ready?
The Simpsons has predicted everything that's going to be happening in 2025. And guess what? They even predicted the lost.
Now I know you guys have seen Simpson videos. People do videos talking about how the Simpsons predict the future. But this guy did a deep dive. Big shout out to I just said his name. Big shout out to Blackwoods. Oh, let's hit the thumbs up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give him my subscription. You know, and now let's hit play.
Angels fire. But in this episode of Simpsons, they finally predicted what's going to be happening to Los Angeles, where the entire city is going to be burnt, and the only thing that's going to be left out in the entire city is going to be this blue umbrella. They even showed what happens 6 months after this event takes place.
Deadly ray.
You see, it seems like they're using some sort of... It's definitely some sort of an energy weapon. Look at that stuff.
First off, I'd like to thank the good people at Tianjin Smelting and Mining and Donuts and Tops for neutralizing our wonderful...
Now look at this stuff. They're once again highlighting this particular blue-colored umbrella for some reason, which is kind of closed. Now, obviously, no one would be paying attention to this one.
Lord lad, grow back. The time for mourning and blaming our mayors has passed. We will rebuild. We will rebuild. We will rebuild. We will rebuild.
So this is basically what's going on. People are blaming the mayor of Los Angeles, and basically he's not doing anything for people, and that's exactly what's going on right now as well. And then take a look at what happens 6 months later, where people are actually hoping for Los Angeles to be fully rebuilt, and this is the situation. And to just take a look at this particular reference, this is the Hollywood Hills, and it seems like the entire signboard is broken because of the fire.
Now I have a theory to this. My bad, y'all. I have a little theory to how maybe it goes down, but I'll share it to you after we watch a little more.
Fire, and that's exactly what's going on in Hollywood Hills as of now as well. Now, this is the state of Los Angeles after 6 months of the fire breaking out, and look at this stuff. I mean, it seems like the cartoon, it depicts like the mayor doesn't do anything in terms of rebuilding the stuff.
We will rebuild. We will rebuild.
I mean, damn, dude. Now, coming back to the blue umbrella, which is specifically something that they were trying to highlight here. And as you can see, there's this blue umbrella that was shown in this scene. And further moving on, it was also shown in this scene as well. Now, if you go ahead and take a look at what we currently found out, this apparently seems to be very real, guys.
My son. Yo, Ed, tell me you still there. I hope he didn't leave. It's all good though, man. If you left, yo, Ed, tell me if you're still there. Anyway, people, this is a real good. All right, there you go. This is my homie right here. I'm gonna highlight his comment. That was the wrong one. This is my brother from another mother, also, man. This is my friend, a good friend. Meet Chola, meet Behind the Bar, meet Matt Ritchie. You know what I'm saying? Ed is a good dude, man. Yo, Ed. Yo, Ed, you know what I could use, man? Honestly, I don't mean to hit you up the minute we run into each other, but if you could if you could go to as many videos as you can and smash the like button, yo, that would be love right there, bro. You know, it gets it in the algorithm. I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna play the video. I want you to see this too. I know you know about The Simpsons. Thank you, thank you. I just seen the okay. Yeah, just smash like on everything. If you want to let them play for a little bit, that's on you. I know people be busy sometimes. You know what I mean? But let's get back to the video. I know you know about The Simpsons.
Because just take a look at this stuff. What's up with the blue color that's currently going on? And people have been sharing this stuff where anything that's blue in color hasn't burnt, and there is a very strong reason as to why it hasn't burned. Also, look at this stuff. There are blue.
Now this is a key part. This is a key part in the video he created, because he talks about the blue items not being burnt, right? That like they're unburnable. Now watch this.
Umbrellas, which is like folded, pretty much the same as what we've seen in the Simpsons prediction, and everything around the shop is completely burnt, but then the blue umbrellas are completely untouched. What in the world is even going on? Now just take a look at that stuff. That's the exact same stuff that, the Simpsons are referring to. And at first I was skeptical, but then, they kind of did this laser beam testing. And apparently it seems like all the color burns, yellow burns, red burns. And especially when you put on,
you see like some of this
on the energy beam on the blue color.
You see like some of this, right? If it's real, that's too coincidental. I'm talking about the burning of the colors. I'm not even talking about The Simpsons. But then again, also The Simpsons, like depicting LA burning, and then also the blue items not being burnable, and then somebody conducting a laser test and everything burns except the blue items, and then they're gonna show, what's crazy? I remember seeing this. I think he's gonna show a blue garbage can that didn't burn and other things.
It seems like there seems to be absolutely no reaction at all for some reason. Like every other color seems to be burning except the blue. And what does this freaking say? So it's really shocking to see that, Simpsons has predicted something this freaking crazy. Now, moving on to the second prediction, that Simpsons actually predicted an exact same to same.
All right, let me just see something real quick. All right, cool.
Image of something that was going to happen. Now, this was the image that Simpsons predicted, where you can see like this is Trump, and this is like the Saudi Arabia's king, and apparently they're just placing their hands over.
Yo, bro, this is uncanny. I try not to like let things that I see like get me too like wound up, but this is wild.
Or some sort of a globe or like a light. And this exact event took place, and all the outfits that these guys are wearing was also exactly the same. Just take a look at the stuff. Now, this episode was...
You would think maybe like if it was some sort of trick, it would be years apart. These things, some of them are 15 years apart, 20 years apart.
It was aired in 2002.
That eerily mirrors real-life events. It shows Donald Trump touching a glowing orb with two Middle Eastern-looking men. Well, last month, President Trump did just that with the king of Saudi Arabia and the president of Egypt.
Just take a look at this, dudes. Just take a look at this. He's even wearing exact same outfit. And also the people in this picture are exactly the same as the predictions that was done so many years ago in Simpsons. Now, this was predicted in 2002. And currently, we are living in 2025. And people are discovering all of these things right now. Now, just compare this image right here to the Simpsons prediction, and you'll actually see
23 years.
That it's the exact same outfit that the Saudi Arabia king is wearing. And it's the same exact outfit that Trump is also wearing. Look at that stuff. Everything resembles. And even this guy, the same kind of suit. And it's the exact same suit. Everything is same. And also, in this image, you can see that there is a woman in the back And in the cartoon, there's also a woman in the back. And there's also an Arab man here. And if you go down here, there's also another Arab man that's standing right over here. Damn it, this is straight on scary sometimes, because these guys have been predicting this stuff and everything, including all the events that has been happening exactly the same freaking way. And now let's move on to the third Simpsons prediction, whereas this event was actually something that happened in real life as well. And apparently what's going on here is that there's this woman that's taking out horse parts, more like testicles of the horse, and she's basically cooking that for a school. And this was basically given to children, a lot of people. And apparently this exact same event also took place in real life as well. And look at this stuff. Horse meat scandal, the essential guide. With the Europe-wide scandal or the contamination of meat products from beef burgers to lasagna, showing no signs of abating, study the issue's depth and learns all you need to know about how it came to this with our essential guide. And it seems like some people are actually mixing horse meat. The Simpsons cartoons, they also predicted this before this even happened. And now, guys, let's move on to the fourth Simpsons prediction. And this one is actually pretty crazy, because not only did Simpsons predict that Donald Trump was going to be the president for the first time, they also predicted that he was going to lose his presidentship. They also said that Donald Trump is going to be coming back, and that was predicted exactly to happen in 2024, and that's exactly what happened right now. And they also said that he's going to be the president once again in 2028 as well. Now, time will of course tell us if that is true or not, but just take a look at the prediction that Simpsons has apparently said here.
Simpsons can't stop predicting the future. As we all know, recently announced that he's running for president again in 2024.
You see, he ran for president in 2024.
Back in 2015, The Simpsons actually predicted his 2024 candidacy in the short A Trump-tastic Journey.
Look at this stuff, man. They actually predicted that Trump was going to be president exactly in 2024. And this episode was aired in 2015. I mean, he was not even president for the first time in 2015. And this was actually aired out of nowhere. And there was this exact escalator scene which happened in real life as well. Just take a look at this stuff. It's absolutely nuts that these guys are able to predict this stuff.
I'm right behind him. Not supposed to stare at it directly, but I can't help it. If I touch it, will it heal my baldness?
I mean, there is a lot of, humor that's been added into the show because it's a cartoon show, of course. But this is exactly where they basically showed off this entire thing, right? First, he becomes a president. He walks down the escalator. That exact thing happened in real life as well. And then as he goes into his hair, he finds out that he's going to be the president in 2024 and then in 2028 as well. Just take a look at the comparison here. Look at that. The same escalator scene happened once again. There are people everywhere behind him. In the cartoon series, we have this dude, but then in real life, there is nobody behind him. But then, yeah, it's absolutely accurate, man. But it definitely seems like, the Simpsons are having some sort of an ability where they're getting to know all of this stuff from somewhere, and nobody knows where all of this stuff is actually coming from. And moving up to the next prediction, we also got an economic crisis prediction, where the Simpsons apparently predicted that the economy is going to be crashing in 2018. And that's when cryptocurrency started to boom up, and a lot of people started investing their money into crypto, and this whole thing started in 2018. Just take a look at this stuff, because they
economic collapse
predicted this whole thing.
The global economy has been on shaky ground lately, with warning signs flashing everywhere. In 2020 alone, the U.S. printed a staggering $3.3 trillion in new money, or even...
Normally, I wouldn't have played it this long without any commentary, but I was looking for a video I had seen earlier that I wanted you guys to see about how the police, I forget what state it is, they were confiscating large amounts of money from people, even though they weren't criminals. And I really wanted to highlight that. You guys know I don't go silent like that, for a stretch. So I know maybe like Chola or Matt Ritchie found it weird that I was like, yo, Spank don't usually go silent this long. It's because I was browsing through the videos and I'm having trouble finding the other one I wanted to show you guys. All right, let's get back to the video. It gets better, the Simpsons jump off.
In a full-blown economic collapse, with job losses toll.
Exactly.
But what's strange is that the Simpsons may have hinted at this long ago. In the 2000 episode, Bart to the Future, they portrayed an...
I've never seen none of these episodes. My friend, Vice, he's like, yo, Spank, I love it. He's like, I've seen every episode that's ever been put out, and every time they show an instance of them predicting the future, I've never seen any of them live. And it's just it's weird how literally this man right here from Blackwoods, I believe it is. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, Blackwoods. The guy from Blackwoods, he actually finds quite a few scenes. So even though the show's been running for 20 something years, I believe, it's still a lot of predictions. Watch.
An economic meltdown during a Trump presidency. Now, Trump isn't in office right now, but with his 2024 run, the possibility lingers.
And guess what? We actually have a massive economy drop down right now because the dollar prices are falling. There's BRICS currency that's rising up. There are some crazy stuff that's actually happening right now as we have been predicting all of these things from Simpsons. And it's just crazy, man. Because it also seems that Simpsons even predicted this tragedy that happened to the Titanic submarine. And this whole thing was exactly predicted by Simpsons, man. It's just unbelievable.
Next
just take a look at this clip
the
here.
indomitable spirit of adventure propelled the ever-charming Homer Simpson into the depths of a captivating underwater expedition in season 17's episode.
Apparently, in this episode, they go into underwater and they're basically just exploring the Titanic ship that was broken down. And this is like the submarine which is
Known
used
to
in
the
order to do
creator
it.
for knowledge, take to the alluring depths of the ocean. Their mission is to uncover hidden wealth within the confines of a sunken vessel.
Look at that stuff.
Watching
And then
breaths transform
there's low oxygen
into
level
a perilous lifeline, with oxygen levels teetering on the brink of collapse.
and then oxygen gone.
Let's not spoil the episode. The episode intersects with a painful real-world incident, drawing attention to the
Look at this stuff. The exact same thing happened with the real Titanic submarine as well. There was lack of oxygen and air pressure. And, this was one of the biggest...
And I, what's even wilder? He is reacting to something that somebody else made. So you could hear the guy commentating in the background. Watch. It's okay too, man. It's okay that we react to videos with each other and people are with each other while they watch things. It's good actually, and I believe it gets the other person more exposure.
Intersects with a painful real-world incident, drawing attention to the
Look at this stuff.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Like the video that he's watching, you can hear the person who created it in the background.
Look at that stuff. And then
transform.
There's low oxygen level
into a perilous lifeline, with oxygen levels teetering on the brink of collapse.
And the crazy thing is, I think I'm subscribed to the channel.
And then oxygen
unless it's
gone.
the same AI voice.
The episode intersects with a painful real-world incident, drawing attention to the
Look at this stuff. The exact same thing happened with the real Titanic submarine as well. There was lack of oxygen and air pressure. And, this was one of the biggest tragedies that just happened a year ago.
At first, when I seen this exact one, I'm like, they're stretching a little bit, like they're reaching. But now that I watch it again, I'm like, nah, that looks like the submersible.
Unveil the ghostly ruins of the...
Let me check to see if anybody wrote anything real quick. Yo, it's even more. Watch. He's saving the best for last a little bit. You get what I mean? Like he's winding up.
The Titanic, nestled in the Atlantic's embrace. Heart-wrenching fears felt by those awaiting news were only complicated by the fact that The Simpsons had inadvertently predicted the occurrence and tapped into the pulse of real-world anxiety.
Damn, dude, that's actually very scary, The way that Simpsons is actually predicting all of these things, it's just very, very unnatural. Nobody knows how this shit is even happening. And they even predicted Lady Gaga's concert. I don't know if you guys are aware of this stuff, but there was a...
I don't know how many years this one is apart, but they nailed this one. They literally show the exact thing happening in the future when they showed their episode.
Concert that happened.
This was a nod to Lady Gaga's Super Bowl halftime show years before the actual event took place. The episode Lisa Goes Gaga aired in 2012.
Lisa Goes Gaga. Now, they even named the episode as Lisa Goes Gaga because they knew that Lady Gaga was going to be airing in the show.
And depicted a flamboyant concert in Springfield featuring the eponymous Lady Gaga. This animated portrayal included extravagant costumes, elaborate stage setups, and a grand spectacle reminiscent of a Super Bowl halftime performance. 5 years later, in 2017, Lady Gaga did indeed headline the Super Bowl halftime show, delivering a show-stopping performance and an
I mean, I ain't hating on Lady Gaga. Like, of course she's talented, and she could be a great person, but she's a little weird in my opinion. But let me tell you something. If you're just being different, you know, like going against the grain, like you're on some like I don't want to do what everybody else does. I don't want to conform. There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly same thing happened, right?
predicting Lady Gaga's portrayances worldwide
Look at
and
this stuff.
parody with a
She's wearing the same kind of costume where she was doing the same thing.
where its writer thing the entertainment industry. Gaga's Super Bowl
Look at this stuff.
halftime show stands as a testament to its ability to capture the essence of significant
Even
cultural moments.
This is just getting
outfit.
super crazy at this point, man. Like everything, all of these kind of predictions that's actually happening. And they even recently predicted the Olympic stuff that the US was going to be winning a gold medal in the exact same game.
And just to let y'all know, I'll be putting Blackwood's link in the description if you want to check his channel out.
And there is absolutely no way that they could have known this information so many years ago. It just blows my mind. Just take a look at
in
this
curling.
stuff.
In an unexpected turn of events, The Simpsons foreshadowed a future Olympic outcome. The storyline unfolds as Marge and Homer inadvertently get swept up in the sport of curling.
Apparently, curling became a
This is wild too, in my opinion.
sport that was, happening in the Olympics. And this exact sports is where, United States won the gold medal.
Agnes,
Look at
Seymour,
this stuff.
Marge, and Homer to team up for the sport. The International Olympic Committee announced that mixed curling will be the Winter Olympics in.
How is that possible?
Nah,
dude?
it's all good,
this
Ed. I
actually
just seen
happened.
your comment about just kidding. Yo, listen, y'all could fire up the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of them dudes that be like, you're spamming. Nah, like you could light the comment section up. And another thing is I don't nitpick too. So like even if I don't agree with you, it's all good. We're not clones, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna agree with me all the time.
Happened.
The foursome ends up representing the USA in the event, making it to the gold medal game where they face off against Sweden.
You believe this?
Sweden. Look at that stuff. And the same exact thing happened in the cartoon show as well. USA facing off Sweden.
In a surprising
Everything, the same thing, same country. I think the same medal. I think they both win gold in real life too.
twist, they emerge victorious, securing the gold for the USA. Interestingly, at the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Olympics, the USA did indeed win gold in curling.
That's crazy.
Can you guess which team they were facing in the finals?
Sweden?
Sweden.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How's that even possible? It's just scary at this point, man. It's very scary at this point. And honestly, Simpsons even predicted that there is a three-eyed fish which will be found by humans after all this year. And this exact episode was also aired in Simpsons. And it's one of the most scariest things, man, because there is no way they could have known this stuff.
It's all too real. It was only a matter of time. In episode 4 of The Simpsons season 2, the show delved into the story of a three-eyed fish named Blinky. So here's how it goes. Bart captures a fish in a pond near the Springfield nuclear power plant. This fish exhibits the unusual trait of having 3 eyes.
And the same thing happened in real life as well.
Yeah, I remember the report when they found the three-eyed jump off, the three-eyed fish.
They caught a fish which had like 3 eyes. It's just
that doesn't mean that it was true, but they were saying, you know, that it was a three-eyed fish. And I don't know if they like, you know, altered the video or whatever, but
the discovery of Blinky sparked protests among the citizens of Springfield. Pollution released into the environment by the nuclear power plant.
So people are just thinking that the reason why...
I believe that's real, that they don't care about waste getting in the water.
The fish basically got like 3 eyes is because power plant pollution.
While such
Is that even
mutations are
possible?
typically extremely rare, the Simpsons' portrayal of Blinky turned out to be a prophecy. Fast forward to 2011 in War, situated near a nuclear...
Look at that stuff. The same thing happened, and also people...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes they act up and make fake videos But it seems he gets into something where he mentions that it was in a town of some sort, so it made it look a little more authentic.
People protested saying that, this kind of mutation, it's only possible because there was like a nuclear power plant leak in a nearby area. And look at that stuff. It has a third eye.
Initially, the fisherman and his friends didn't notice any abnormality in the captured wolfish due to low light conditions. However, upon closer inspection the next day, the reality became evident.
Wow, look at that stuff. Three-eye fish.
Fish was three-eyed, presenting them with the dilemma on whether to consume it or not.
That's crazy. Imagine you eat the fish and then you start getting the third eye. I mean, is that even possible? Does the nuclear contamination actually make you mutate?
He said, imagine you eat the fish and you start getting a third eye.
I really did not even know about that stuff. And in one of the episodes, there was this building. Apparently, let me just show you guys right here. This is also another crazy prediction that Simpsons made.
Interestingly, the episode was set in the future, and it showcased Big Ben and Tower Bridge alongside.
Look at that stuff. So they have this building right here, which was showcased like so many years ago. And this building did not even exist, right? And years later, guess what?
Unique building, positioned to the left.
This building was built
with a design unlike any existing structures in London at that time. Fast forward 14 years, and reality mirrored the animated prediction. Plans for a new structure called the Shard were submitted and accepted.
And then the building was built. Crazy stuff. I don't know, man. I mean, everything that the show has been showing so far, it's one of the most scariest things ever. Now, however, there is one episode that Simpsons recently just aired, which I think is by far one of the most scariest episodes that we could have ever asked for. Because in this episode, it seems like there's a rapture coming. And the rapture is exactly as what is stated in the Bible. Now, let me just show you guys this episode.
Leave your body, Seymour. Leave your body.
Seems like, they're watching a movie, and the movie's name is called Left Below, right? That's basically how things are happening, like inside the movie or something, I guess.
Oh, he is risen production.
Rap? Sure.
Yo, Ed, what's good? My camera was stuck. I try to cam up for a second just to shout you out. I don't know why it was stuck for a second, but yo, you already know, man. And I know Ray would shout you out if he was here. So I don't know if you talked to him recently or not. My homie right there.
So basically, people here are committing adultery.
What if your wife finds out?
It's modern times. Everyone's doing it. Where did my Christian limo driver go?
Look at that stuff. So the Christian limo driver, he disappears. It was some sort of a lightning kind of a thing that just happens, and then everyone starts disappearing. Just watch this stuff.
My pious husband is missing. The baby I chose to have baptized is gone.
The baby I chose to have baptized is gone.
Mr. Thompson, what's happening?
It's the rapture, Shauna. The rapture. The virtuous have gone to heaven, and the rest of us have been
thrown in earth.
Left below.
Left below?
I mean, that's the name of the movie that this dude's watching in the show.
I heard that before.
It's the title of the movie.
I mean, it's the Bible.
We were fools. Because we rejected God, tacitly accepting Satan, we must suffer through the apocalypse.
I thought all religions were a path to God.
I mean, there were people all around the world that were facing the same situations. Apparently, what happens, according to the Bible, is that, Jesus is going to come back, and before his second coming, he apparently comes back before that, which is called as the tribulation period, and he takes all of his followers away, and these people are going to disappear, and they are going to be like the chosen ones, or like the dialogue that Jesus says, I'm going to be choosing the fish that follows me and leave rest of the fish alone, because they are just unworthy of God, because they did not accept the sacrifice of his son. Just take a look at the stuff.
Why did I put my faith in science and technology?
I mean, these are like the atheists, I believe. Why did I put my faith in science and technology?
That was funny.
And not on God.
Oh, why did I choose to be gay?
Oh my God. The last guy says, why did I choose to be gay? That's hilarious. For those of you guys who don't know what rapture is, and if you're not aware of what the Bible basically, let me just take you guys through this one video, which actually gives a very good explanation of what the rapture is according to what the Bible basically states. I know that a lot of people haven't read Bible and you have no idea. Paul is way before the final revelation happens, and he's basically going to save them. Apparently, that's what's going to happen according to the Bible. So just watch
trumpet
this.
Sound is one big sign. It'll be like nothing you've ever heard before.
Damn.
Another sign is that believers in Christ, those who have passed away, will rise first. Then,
meaning the people who are dead. I mean, the souls of dead people, apparently it seems like they're going to be rising back again. Nobody knows how that's going to happen. But then before the living goes to him, it seems like the dead are the first ones that apparently go to him.
those of us still alive and following Jesus will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. That's in 1 Thessalonians 4, verse 17. Now on earth, things will be chaotic.
Yeah.
People will disappear in an instant, and many will be confused, not.
And that's exactly what you saw in The Simpsons. As you saw, everyone starts disappearing. And that's something, it might be something that Simpsons have predicted as of now. And when it happens out of nowhere, people are going to be in huge shock,
knowing
man.
what's happening. Matthew 24, verse 40 to 41 says,
all right, this is the last one. He how you call it? That one's a little bit of a reach for me because it's so general. But it was still fantastic, the video, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's what's up right there. I seen that. And you the man. Yeah, yo, have you talked to Buck? Let's highlight that for a second. I don't know if you're still here, Ed. Have you talked to Buck lately? I seen OMG him too. Well, but anyway, what I was gonna say, if you do talk to Buck, tell him. All right, there you go. Not in a while, but now I will look for him. Yeah, yo, tell him to come. Tell him to come through to the channel with you. Tell him I said that I haven't seen him, talked to him in a minute. That if he came through, it'd be dope. What I was gonna say, do you still play Destiny? Or you still play the other game that's like virtual real life? I forget the name of it. All right, cool. Say no more. Yo, much love, Ed, man. I'm gonna get off. Yo, much love to everybody else too, always. Chola, Matt Ritchie, behind the bar came through. And anybody else that shows love, man. Yeah. What you think about Glory Road, Ed? Yeah, all right, cool. I just seen your answer about the virtual life game. That's so realistic, that game. What's the name of the game? That Ark. That's the name of it. Ark, yeah, Ark. Uh-huh. That's right. Yeah, yo, if you don't eat for a second, you drop. That's crazy. I remember I was like, this is too much like real life. I feel like you got to be responsible at every moment. That Destiny, Gambit King. You already know what it is. I go to Gambit even right now. If I go play Gambit, yeah, it's all good though. Yeah, people, they get, yeah, he used to do, yeah, everybody. I would get upset too. Well, I was gonna say, yo, I'll go into Gambit right now and I'll lay it down. And I haven't played in a while. And still, like, if I go into Gambit, that, you know what it is? That's all I do. I don't even go to the town. I go straight to Gambit. I don't I don't trade no weapons, none of that. I don't see none of the NPCs, none of that. I just start up Gambit and start fighting and telling you, check the Gambit stats. Yo, I'm in some of the categories. I'm in like the top percentile in like the world type stuff. I'm like the 0.001 or something like that. Yo, um, yeah, Gambit's my shit. If I play the team deathmatch, what is it, Crucible? It's a little harder for me, but that's because I spent so much time mastering Gambit. Crucible, like if you go in there and you don't play it all the time, you know, you're gonna have a little bit of trouble. But you nice though. I know you used to your kill death ratio was off the hook, and Ray too. You know what it is when you play Wolfenstein to Halo to GoldenEye. Even if you was playing GoldenEye to Wolfenstein to Halo to Modern Warfare, and then even Gears of War, Rainbow Six, um, um, oh man, and now Fortnite, Destiny, and they just they got a new one. Have you played what is it again? Starfield? I know you know probably. Oh, that's the name of them, Warlocks. I forgot. I was trying to think of it the other day. What's the three classes? It's Titan, Warlock, and what's the other one? Forget the other one. It's like a ninja or something. Yo, Ed, I'm gonna get out of here, man. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop my number and Hunter. There you go, Hunter. That's right. What I was gonna say, I'm gonna drop my phone number in the messenger on Facebook. So this way, if you want to holler at me, I'm gonna send you a message or whatever. Tell Buck I said what up. I think I don't see him on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So just if you tell him that I want him to come through or whatever, I'm gonna talk to you later, Ed. Man, much love. You already know. Much love to everybody that came through. I'm gonna holler at you later, Ed. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Yo, I'll send you my email address. And then we'll figure out if the file's small enough. If it's not small enough, you can send it to my drive. I'm gonna holler at you later though. I'm gonna hit you up in your messenger. Much love, y'all.